I'm thankful to the Radheshyamdas ji for coming over here for multiple times. I think it is your third session here. So he's an IIT Mumbai topper. He's not from our fraternity, but altogether different fraternity, and he will tell us way more about life. Now imagine you being a ICI or CA ranker, you get a, let's say, job from Boston Consulting Group or maybe McKinsey. That kind of job he had got into initially over the earlier years. Had he stayed on to that particular job, I don't know what kind of salaries we could have been talking about, because from those days till now, the US states technology has changed dramatically. He is the founding director of the Voice Youth Club at ISKCON and as well as various Indian universities, which has created since 1996 till now at least 15,000 leaders which are being created. And our objective is, if we can create, success is replicated tremendously for engineering students. Somehow I want to see our fraternity, chartered accountancy fraternity, we get a lot of good students in this fraternity, but somehow they get diverted. They don't get, that's basically because of the lack of direction or lack of guidance, and that is why our objective here is to ensure that at least some good leaders will come up from our fraternity, which will take finance, profession, economics or something forward. He's the president of ISKCON Pune since 1997 with a community of 6,000 members out there. He has won a Global Excellence Award for educating youth in the Bhagavad Gita. But we are not talking about the religious text here. Here it is, like I told you yesterday, it's a way of life with a positive mindset is what we need to understand. And that is why this entire session has been kept. He has come all the way from Hyderabad today, and I think your flight to States is tomorrow, or tomorrow only is your flight is flying back to States for the next 3 months. You'll be delivering lectures out there in the United States. So we all are extremely fortunate to listen. I'm also going to be here. Please be patient, listen, grab as much content you can grab, take out your notebook, take out pen, be involved, note down a lot of things. It's a different experience. Only if you have that energy and willingness and reciprocalness, then only you will get into your brain, right? So I welcome Samish. You would like to come up? So this whole thing is facilitated by a student. He is from 2014 batch. I'll do it. But when I say now old batch students and new batch, even today I'm connected with the 2008, 2007 earlier batches more than what I feel connected with the younger generation. Maybe problem that I am got older. I don't know. But this all thing is possible because of his student. There is one more student, Ganesh. I don't know, Ganesh Nayalas. So from 2012 batch, he's from 2014 batch. He's a chartered accountant. He's working with MNC, and in spite of working, he's managing all of these things for the ISKCON and for CS students out there, right? So I would like to felicitate Radheshyamdas ji. Just a small token. Okay. Sir, please, sir. Just a second. Thank you. Yes. You're comfortable? You want to sit there? So you can manage it from here. Thank you. So you want to take it from there or here? Here. Yeah, everything is all right. From here also it is possible. I'll just give you this particular mic.
The range where you can walk?
A range, I think you can walk. With the presentation, range is limited because the camera is standard camera. So with presentation, I think you can go little only here.
I think
it is visible, but it's okay. Even if you go out of the frame, these kids are used to it because I keep on going out of the frame regularly because I have to hit these people somehow. I beat them little. I beaten him today only.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuhunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In any field, we always begin our exhibition of any talent or skill by first expressing our reverence and respect for the teacher. Just like you all got Zavare sir here. He is your role model in chartered accountants, isn't it? Similarly, I have a spiritual teacher also to whom I was bowing down my head now, offering my namaskar to him. So this topic of positive mental attitude has been chosen by Sai, staying optimistic in the midst of challenges, because in the recent times it's becoming increasingly, life is becoming more and more challenging. So let me begin with a very simple metaphor. Think of a lotus. The lotus is born from the muddy pool of water, isn't it? In Sanskrit, anybody knows the name of the word lotus in Sanskrit? Yes? There are many names, but I'm looking for one particular name, because that name consists the word mud also. There are many names. You can say Kamal, you can say, there are many names in Sanskrit, but one of the names is called Pankaja. Panka means mud. Ja means that which is born. It is born from the mud, but doesn't get stooped in the mud. Have you ever seen a lotus going down like this into mud and saying, I am lamenting, what can I do? I am born in mud, so I am in mud. It doesn't say that, it comes out of the mud. So you will see that most of the successful people, their success has come out of great, challenges. From challenges they have come out. Just like you heard about Thomas Alva Edison, 1,000 times he was struggling to make that bulb. So every time he committed a mistake, he learned something, isn't it? Similarly from the mud comes this flower, and it comes out of the water. It always remains pure and pristine. It doesn't get muddy. Another interesting thing with this lotus, it makes friendship with the sun. It's called as Aravinda Bandhu, it is called. Bandhu means friend. Aravinda Bandhu means the sun is called as Aravinda Bandhu. That's why Yamuna is called Aravinda Bandhu Nandini. She is Surya Putri, therefore she is called Aravinda Bandhu Nandini. So what is the advantage of this lotus making friendship with the sun? So sun is compared to God in this example. One who can make friendship with God, that person will not remain like a bud. They will become blossomed. When the bud turns into a blossomed lotus, the fragrance comes out. And lotus laden with honey also becomes useful for all the honeybees to come and sit and take advantage of that, isn't it? Similarly, anyone who can connect with God, they become empowered. Arjuna connected with Krishna, he became empowered to become successful. Hanuman connected with Ram, he became empowered. Recently, some of you might have seen Mahanarsinga, isn't it? Prahlad became connected to Lord Narsimha, he became empowered. Although he was a small kid, isn't it? So similarly, the lotus bud. See, when it is bud, nobody knows what is inside. Nobody can benefit from it. But when it makes friendship with the sun, then it blossoms. Everybody can enjoy the fragrance, you can taste the honey of the lotus, you can see the beauty of the lotus. So that means the lotus is able to draw energy from the sun, the sun's heat and the light, isn't it? So you will see that in the daylight the lotus blossoms. Similarly, it comes out of the mud, it doesn't get stooped in the mud. It also benefits by association with the sun. Thirdly, the lotus leaf doesn't touch water. You all observed it? Even if you put a drop of water, what will happen? It will slip off. That means even while living in this world, the lotus leaf is always detached from the situations around. You don't blame the situation for why you are not successful. You should just slip them off like a drop of water on a lotus leaf. So you have to learn to be detached from things unfavorable. Because unfavorable things, you should find out, can I turn them to be an advantage? Then you can turn them into advantage. Otherwise, just forget about them. See, God has given you 2 years. If somebody criticizes you, you hear it like this and leave it like this. That's why straight it can go out. And if a Zavarisa teaches something, you take it inside. Don't leave it. Isn't it? So you should know what to pick and what to drop. So the lotus knows I should receive the encouragement from the top, from the sun. That it receives. But when it comes to any of the muddy water, somebody is throwing a stone, the water splashes on the leaf, it just throws off. It doesn't hold on to it. It doesn't say, because these guys are throwing mud on me, I am holding it. No. He doesn't hold the mud, he just throws it up. So 3 qualities of the lotus I told you. Who can remember? What's the first thing I said? Yeah? I can ask question, no problem?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yes?
Born in mud, but not inside.
It is born in the mud, but it doesn't get stooped in the mud. That's the very first thing I said. That means, many times difficult situations can bring something wonderful. Can I tell you a real life example? You know, once scientists felt pity for this caterpillar coming out of the pupa, squeezing out and coming, and some liquid was coming from its body. They thought, let's make life easy for it. And then they took a blade and cut it. Guess what? Must have happened. Do you think it benefited or didn't benefit? It didn't benefit. Because it had to squeeze out that liquid to grow the wings. If you cut the blade, it just comes out, but it doesn't have any wings or semi-broken wings, you see. So, which means sometimes the difficulties can become a stepping stone for you to grow out of your limitations. That's how you make an effort and then you come out of those limitations, isn't it? So, the lotus also comes out, I said. That's the first thing, he captured the point. What is the second thing I said? Yes?
Slip of the problem.
Yeah. Slip of, if somebody throws a muddy pool of water on the lotus leaf, it doesn't hold on to it. Just to slip it off. Don't take it seriously. If somebody is discouraging you, you should go far away from those who are going to pull you down. But there may be your well-wishers who may find some fault in you to help you to grow you. They are our friends, isn't it? But somebody who is by nature very critical, who is like determined to ridicule you, mock at you, it's best to keep a long distance from them, isn't it? So that's what the lotus does. Third thing, what I said? Yes? Connects with the sun. So just as great devotees like Arjuna, Hanuman, I was telling you, they connected with God and got empowerment to do something very wonderful in life. Similarly, the lotus knows how to draw energy from the sun by connecting with the sun. And then many wonderful things come out of the lotus by blossoming of the lotus, I said, okay? So you got an idea about how, when we talk about a positive mental attitude, it's a kind of mindset that you all can very easily prepare. It's not a big deal. Provided you know some of the sutras I will share with you from the Bhagavad Gita today. See what Confucius says, you see. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, he says, but in rising every time you fall. Recently I had a doubt about what is the difference between the word agility and resilience. I was doing a little research on this. You know the meaning of the word agility? Both appear very similar, isn't it? Agility means, like people agility means you can work with all types of people. Similarly, assignment, academic agility means sir will give you last minute assignment, you will still do it. You will never blame. Why is sir telling about the test just one day before? You won't say like that. You are a student with agility. So agility generally is called as flexibility. Resilience also means flexibility. But recently when I researched, I found out a much more bigger difference between the two. Agility means one who reacts very fastly, very quickly to the change. So let me give you an example. You know a deer and a tiger. If you see, deer has agility. Tiger has raw strength. For example, if a deer goes to drink water and the tiger is coming from the bush, jumps on it, the deer will pretend to run in one direction. When the tiger goes in that direction, it will go in the opposite direction. You've seen that? So it has agility. So agility means fastly responsive, to the need of the situation. So this type of agility is nowadays required. Nowadays things are so rapidly changing. So if one has to, and resilience means what? Recovering oneself after you get a death blow. That is called resilience. Like for example, Arjuna is collapsing in the battlefield of Kurukshetra in the beginning. He's not ready to fight. Think about what would Krishna be thinking. I was thinking, if I was in Krishna's position, what would I have done? I thought about it. Arjuna is commander-in-chief. There are 7 Akshavinis, he has made one commander for each. All 7 of them are drawing inspiration from Arjuna. So now the leader is collapsing. The leader is putting the bow down and saying, I'm not going to fight. I thought if I were in Krishna's position, I would have told Arjuna, you're not going to fight? What a foolish person you are. Go and relax. Give me your bow and arrow, I will do the needful. That's what anybody would do. But what did Krishna do? Krishna wasn't shocked. he patiently asked him, tell me the reasons why you don't want to fight. One full chapter he heard him. The second chapter, Arjuna surrendered to Krishna and requested for advice. And then Krishna became his guru. And in the whole Gita he spoke. Then Arjuna at the end became confident. He took the bow and arrow and he fought. This is actually resilience, because when situation is, throwing you down, you don't remain on the ground with saying that my hands are broken, legs are broken. No, you get up. Because then you have to think about what alternatively I have to do. If plan A didn't work, what could be plan B? What could be plan C? It is no time to be sitting in a dark room sobbing that plan A didn't work. One should always have alternatives in life. So Krishna thought that I'll make Arjuna do the work. If he doesn't do, then I'll look for another person. He was not someone to accept the defeat very easily. So this is called resilience. So you will see in the battle of Kurukshetra, the resilience was absolutely needed in many situations. You all know about Drona? You heard about Drona? Drona, what he would do, once Arjuna was fighting with Drona, and Arjuna became fully focused on Drona. And he was attacking. Krishna said, Arjuna, this is no time for you to fight. You go behind, and now it is time for us to defend our army. Because Drona is tricking you, you cannot see, he said. Really? How? He said, in the name of fighting with you, he has told his army men to gradually besiege you and some of the vital leaders. So that once you are covered all around by the enemies, all of you together can be finished. So Drona, what he would do, in the name of attacking, he was also defending his army and covering her. And Drona would suddenly change situation. Initially he would attack, later on he would defend. Back and forth he would change. So Krishna taught Arjuna to swiftly learn to change. Even all of you students also nowadays, things are changing so fast. 10 years ago things were different. And 20 years ago even more different, isn't it? First time when Tally software came, many Indians were refusing to learn computer. Correct, no? Because they are used to having big notebooks, ledger, making all those things. So in this way, as technology changes, as things keep changing, coming more and more and more, you need agility, you need resilience. So therefore, when you learn this PMA, positive mental attitude, you will be able to face different type of situations. These are some of the things we will try to learn today. Coping with negative results, or overcoming fear of competition and selection, or handling your peer pressure and your parental pressure, building your willpower and courage, and avoiding distractions. How many of you can resonate with at least 3 of these 5? You can see, you think they're important, you feel, out of these 5. Okay? Okay. I just guessed that these must be the things that you may be needing, actually. You see, the common challenges, one of the challenges is, in case you didn't crack it in the first time, you make multiple attempts, isn't it? So anxiety about not clearing exams in the first attempt. How many of you would like to clear in the first attempt itself? We all would like to, isn't it? Yeah. Of course, that's called as hope for the best. Yeah. And in case you didn't clear, then what does Lord Krishna say? Being prepared for the worst. He says. So best is here, worst is here. And there are various other possibilities in between. Correct, no? In case you're prepared for the best and the worst, you can never be in anxiety. But some people, if they don't clear in the first go, they develop some kind of phobia, some kind of fear, some kind of they become frozen. They become paralyzed and they are unable to make the second attempt. So, similarly, the peer comparison is another very painful thing. Measuring self-worth against others' progress. What do we do? I'll talk about it. This is a famous one, third one. Parental expectations. Parents have a lot of dreams about you. What all you will do. And parents are smiling and dreaming about you and you are afraid of them. I know, in case I don't fulfill that dream, what are they going to do? Because especially we are emotionally connected to parents. We don't want to displease them, isn't it? So, uncertainty about placements is another thing. After you finish, you are ready now, to be placed. But then sometimes the market is not as you anticipated. Sometimes it is very good. Different type of winds come, isn't it? Sometimes favorable winds, unfavorable winds. This is another big menace nowadays. Isn't it? Social media distractions. So, the first fundamental thing we need to know, I'm starting with. See, body, mind, soul is a big talk all across the globe now. There are more than 25 universities all over the world which talk about consciousness studies, body, mind, soul studies. The yellow one I have shown you, that is the real you. In your 11th, 12th standard, I believe you must have studied the law of conservation of energy. You have studied? Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Energy disappearing in one form, reappears in another form without any loss or gain. That we talk about material energy. In the same manner, the yellow one I have shown you is the spiritual energy. Spirit also can neither be created nor destroyed. Spirit disappearing in one body reappears in another body without any loss or gain. Spirit cannot be cut by scissors. Spirit cannot be burned by fire. Spirit cannot be moistened by water. Spirit cannot be dried by air. Spirit is the real person. In each of these bodies, whom we are seeing, all the students here, in each body there is a spirit soul, which is a real person, like a driver of the car. This first thing Lord Krishna taught Arjuna. You are not the car, you are driver of the car. You are not the cage, you are like a parrot in the cage. You understand the difference? You are the conscious person, the yellow one. And then over you there are two coverings. One is the mind, another one is body. Now, when a person dies, the spirit, you come out of the body. Actually, body, the death is like a change of dress. Today all of you are wearing one dress. Tomorrow you will wear another dress. So you're changing the dress. Similarly, at the time of death, the soul leaves one body and takes on another body. This is the first knowledge he taught. And why do you have these two things, mind and body? Mind is for storing your desires. And body is for executing desires. If you understand this basic philosophy, all these problems I told you can be very easily tackled. See, you are not the mind, you are not the body. Who are you? Soul, the yellow one. Covering you, just like we have a banian and a shirt. Like that we have a mind and the body. And the mind is for, like say I have a desire to play piano. I will store the desire in the mind. Eventually when I get money, I will purchase a piano. And I will play it with the body. With the hands I will play. So hands are like servo motors. I'm sorry to use the mechanical engineering or computer science language sometimes in between. The hands, legs are like servo motors and the mind is like a microprocessor. So whatever program you write here, accordingly your hands, legs will move accordingly. Your mindset is going to dictate your bodily behavior. Let me tell you an example. Once I was going to a hostel, room to room. One boy's room I went, and he was showing agarbatti to a picture of Krishna, and he had a copy of Bhagavad Gita. And as soon as I went, he very happily received, and he said his parents are devotees, and he talked to me and everything. Then I went to the next room. There is another boy who was smoking a cigarette there. I was amazing. Both rooms were having smoke. First room was a divine smoke. Second room was a nasty smoke. But both these fellows have different type of mindsets. You agree? Yes. So their mindset is making them do. One is holding agarbatti, one is holding a cigarette. Just see, isn't it? So our mindset, what you have, the impressions in the mind they are the ones which make the body behave in a certain way. Like here you see, the yellow one I have shown you is the real you, the soul. And the red one I have shown you is the mind. Why I have shown my mind in red? All the problems are in the mind only. Like every person sitting here is a divine personality. You are pure, you are divine, unadulterated. As divine as God, because God and the soul both are equally pure and divine. But the difference is the soul is surrounded by mind. And all the problems are in the mind. Just like, for example, if any one student here is wearing a stinking socks. I don't say anybody is stinking, but I'm just saying, just giving an example. If any one of your students is wearing stinking socks and the nasty smell is spreading around, everybody will be plugging their nose. They will ask, who is stinking? Actually, no one is stinking. What is stinking? Socks is stinking. Similarly, the mind is stinking with problems. Like mind has revengeful thoughts. It has an unhealthy comparison. It has got thoughts of anger, jealousy, cruel thoughts and things like that. So the mind is like that red color I have shown you. Like this fellow you see, he looks like a smart guy, and here you see how he is. Correct, no? Once the mind is covering the soul, then these lower nature, lower qualities come up, isn't it? So some examples are given. See here, the rainwater is pure in the sky, but when it touches the ground, it becomes muddy. Similarly, the soul is pure, but when he comes in this world, is covered by the mind, where the impurity is there. So, like here I have given some examples. All of you consider for a moment whether sometimes you also suffer from some of this, bad quality. Like for example, you have a tendency to postpone. Many important things may be there, you always keep thinking, tomorrow I will do, next week I will do. Actually, the most difficult things we postpone. And lastly, when the exam comes, that becomes the most difficult thing. Isn't it? Easy things we do first, isn't it? Similarly, some people are mood off. If it is very cloudy, they will say, today I didn't do any studies. Why? Because cloudy. What cloud did to you, I don't know. Isn't it? So some people get mood off. And some people get easily irritated, you see. For small, over trivial things, they quarrel with their friends. And they alienate themselves. Somebody cannot work together in a team. Like America, they have this business, Harvard Business School and other business schools. 82% of them have difficulty in team playing, they are saying. 57% they don't know the job description. But 82% have difficulty with team playing. So some people can do their own work, but they cannot work with others. So similarly, lacking loyalty, more dangerous thing. Bad mouthing about others is also a very dangerous thing. Bad mouthing about others behind the back. These things are very dangerous even when you tomorrow join a company or something, because it's a character problem. But all these things are, this problem situated? Mind, that's the point. So that's the whole point. And the good news for you is, just as your stinking socks is washable, mind is also washable. So if you know the art of washing away all the unwanted, dirty things in our mind, then mind can become pure. And with the pure mind, your activities will be very similar to the divine soul. As the divine soul is always divine by nature. The covering, like imagine if I take a white bulb and I cover it with a yellow color paper, everything will look yellow light. If you cover it with a red paper, it will look red light, correct, no? Similarly, now soul is covered with the mind with some impurity. So it looks like some people have some bad behavior, as we say. Bad behavior actually comes from the mind. Okay, now I'm going one by one slide will give some very important solutions. See, the first solution is the PMA, positive mental attitude, means is the very first thing we should learn. Focus on possibilities, not on problems. Very first thing. Say, I send a student to your garden and ask him, what did you find in the garden? You can come back and say, oh, the garden is full of thorny bushes. Or another student may say, the garden is full of fragrant roses. So out of the two, who said it right? Who was right out of the two? Actually, both are right. Both are right. Because in thorny bushes only you get roses. But there is one very important difference. Their outlook, their outlook is very important. So the fellow who was saying it's all thorny bushes, he is only seeing the dark side of life. He's not able to see the brighter side of life. So you will see that in any situation, you can always blame the world around you. Or you can find out what best can I do in this situation, given in this situation, correct, no? Like one old lady, she had two sons. One son was doing sale of umbrellas. Another son was selling sunglasses. So whenever it rained, she would be crying. Her friend would ask her, why are you crying? Oh, today sunglasses won't sell. Another day, the sun was hot. She again started crying. Why? She said, no, umbrella will not sell, no rains now. Her friend told, at least one of your two sons will have his business going well. Correct now? She wasn't saying that. She was only saying what was not happening. Correct now? So, in the same manner, if your mindset can be prepared in such a way that you can think of the possibilities and not the problems. So, like for example, if you do that, what all will happen here, you see? First is improved focus. It enhances your memory retention and concentration during study sessions. So when you're thinking of possibility, you can increase your focus. But if you're going to think of the problems, your mind gets into a worry mode. Huh? Worry mode means like, worry may bury you, we say, no? Huh? Yeah. Sometimes repeatedly your mind goes over and over about the same worry. Huh? You are stuck in a whirlpool of worry. You are not able to come out. Huh? Then you cannot focus on the work in hand. Huh? Book is open, but more than 2 pages you are not covered, although 2 hours have passed. Sometimes you have that experience. Because what are we doing? We are daydreaming. Huh? Like, we are thinking, what if that happens? What if this happens? Or we think of the past, if only, I cleared this paper, if only. If only means past, what if means future. Isn't it? So, as soon as you get into that loop, immediately get up from that place. Huh? Do some jogging or take a fresh shower, huh? And immediately plan something and get into work. Never allow your mind to go into this loop of, worry loop. Then you can focus on work. And also, in case you are able to focus on the possibility, you learn to look positive, then your stress will be less. You see, lowers anxiety levels during the preparations and exam, because possibilities always give you hope. Huh? And problems always create fear in you. Like I told you about Krishna. When Krishna saw Arjuna is not ready to fight, did he see possibility or did he see the problem? Otherwise, how did he speak Gita and make him do the work? Correct, no? So, therefore, out of the two, it is always good for us to think of the possibility. Let us assume that somebody was writing a competitive exam and they couldn't crack it. Nowadays, many people write NEET exam, people write, IIT, JEE, mains they write, and AIMS, so many exams. Similarly, all of you, what exam you all write? CA? CA Enter, yeah. So when you write, you should always know that I will try to crack it, mostly I'll crack it, but in case I don't, what are other possibilities you should know? When I was telling this in one class, one student said, please don't tell me about other possibilities. Then what do you want? I want to clear. I said, yes, I also wish you clear it. But what if you don't clear? He said, I don't want to even think of that. He said, this is the problem. Because people don't have a plan B, plan C, plan D. So we should be open-minded, because we should know the possibility and we will certainly aim at the best. If that didn't happen due to some reason, we should always be prepared mentally. Correct, no? So, in this way, you'll be able to make better decisions also. It strengthens decision-making ability under pressure. That means generally under pressure, people collapse. Whereas, if you can see and make the art of seeing possibilities, you will not collapse. You'll be able to decide even when you are put under very, very high pressure situation. Now, that was about first thing. What is PMA? I explained to you, but focusing on possibility. The second one is coping with negative results. Let us assume that unfortunately some student got a negative result. What they can do? The first thing is accept reality without self-blame. Self-blame means self-pity. Sitting in a room, you bolt the door and weep silently without anyone's knowledge. That is not very good. Because such weeping is not going to do any good to you. It only actually buries you in depression. And depression is no good. Depression is not going... See, depression doesn't help you reach any positive solution. On the contrary, if you do this, how to analyze my mistakes that are committed. Okay, review the errors as learning opportunities rather than personal failures. In this world, who doesn't fail? You will always see people, sometimes they succeed, sometimes they fail, isn't it? I heard about Sundar Pichai, who is a Google, main person. When he was in IIT, he got a C grade once. People thought he's below average, they thought. But later on, he cleared the paper. But later on, he went on to become such a great man. Is it not true? Similarly, Einstein was fired from the school as below average, isn't it? In 1903, he was working as a C-class clerk, Einstein, in one of the companies. And then he asked, sir, can I be promoted to B-class clerk? For that, he was scolded by his boss. He said, what have you done in C-class level that you have to be promoted to B class. If you next time you write a petition for this, we will fire you from the job. Huh? They said, and the next year, 1904, he published 4 papers. Huh? You know, that E equal to mc square, and the theory of relativity, time dilation theory, all that he published. Then he became genius of the century. Huh? Actually, you don't know what is awaiting you. Actually, God can make a beggar into billionaire if he wants. Correct, no? Overnight, people have become like that. So, in your life also, what awaits you, you do not know. Maybe something bright is awaiting you. Why should you be depressed? Correct, no? Einstein didn't become depressed. He just was like a normal man, and then something miraculous happened through him. Correct, no? So, in case some negative results came, first thing what you should do, acknowledge the results without harsh self-judgment or criticism. What is the self-judgment or criticism? I am useless. I am, not competent. This kind of feeling, if you hold in your mind, it's no good. I'll tell you a real story. It comes in the this thing in the Vedic literature. One boy he was a Gurukul boy. His teacher told him that you are not memorizing the verses and you are not attending the class on time. You are a little insincere. Huh? So go home for some time. We will see later whether to admit you or not. So he was sent home. So when he was returning home, on the way he found one amazing observation. One lady was drawing water from a well. In those days, they used to have on the ground level some stones around. And then when you draw the water from the well, the rope was upbraiding over the stone. And the boy had one amazing observation. He said the stone is hard and the rope is soft. But the rope is able to make a line on the, not a line, impression on the stone. Gradually stone is getting upgraded. This was something very extraordinary for him. How can a soft rope make an impression in a hard stone? When he observed her doing this, repeatedly drawing water, he immediately went back to Gurukul and told the teacher, "Sir, give me one more chance," he said. "Because if I repeatedly practice, then I'll become expert." So practice makes a person. That was the lesson he learned. And then when he was allowed a chance again, and he is the same fellow who became Kalidas later on, who wrote Kumara Sambhava and all those things. By practice. Earlier he was a little lazy. Then once he started practice, he became expert. Correct? No? So that is the point here. Don't presume yourself to be good for nothing. Maybe something very wonderful may be there within you, which you are not aware also. So have some confidence in it. And the second point talks about analyze the mistakes objectively. Review the errors as learning opportunities rather than personal failures. If some error, mistake happened, use it as an opportunity. Can you commit a mistake again in future? Yes, you can, but a new one, not the old one. Because already you learned a lesson from the old one, isn't it? This is what I was telling about Thomas Edison, isn't it? 1,000 times he failed and at last he found the tungsten bulb. So, and then the third one I have written, replace I failed with the term I learned. Shift your perspective from defeat to growth and development, correct? Like this one, you see here? The fixed mindset means what? I already know it all. I can't change how smart I was born. I give up easily. I ignore useful feedback. You see, I avoid. This is a fixed mindset, rigid. This is like a brittle bottle. Like this one, this glass. Is it brittle or is it flexible? Brittle. If you put it down, what will happen? Yeah. On the other hand, how is this one? If you put it down, it jumps back again. It doesn't break. So we should be like this one or like this one. Like this, correct, no? That's the point. Then you have growth mindset. This mindset it's a flexible growth mindset. And this one is fixed mindset. If you put it down, clang, finished. It breaks. So let's not be brittle in our mindset. Let us be having a growth mindset. See the growth mindset. I want to learn. I learn from others. I can go to my friend even without feeling any shame. I can ask, I am very poor in the subject. Can you please help me? I can train my brain. I can work hard to get better at something. You see, mistakes are learning opportunities for me. I'll keep trying. I want to be challenged. So this is a very good mindset, the green one. Correct, no? Green side. So this is the solution for this. So coping with negative results means analyze mistakes objectively and have a growth mindset. Don't have a closed mindset. You all understand this point? Okay. See here, life often puts challenges in front of us. A fixed mindset means says, I can't. Growth mindset means, how can I solve this? Huh? Like here you see, you all know this crow? The crow was very thirsty, but the problem was water level was low, isn't it? But if he goes inside the jar, what would happen? He can't come out, isn't it? He would die inside. So the crow was wondering what to do. Then he found out a way. Then worked hard and gathered the stone pebbles, put inside, and the water level came up and drank and went. So this crow is actually appreciated in the the literature we must have read in your school days, correct? No? But nowadays, as I told you, times have changed. You have to be very fast in life. If you want quickly water, you have to do this. See, he went to a fruit juice shop and got a straw. Like that he drank and went. So one is a hard-working crow, another one is not working crow. So smart working crow means you also can be smarter in various ways. Like for example, there is a conventional way of studying, correct, no? Your subjects. And there are various smarter ways of studying. Like you make acronym, you make acrosist, you make those things. And also certain subjects. Actually, those people who are very extraordinary teachers, they also have the knack of teaching the way you can grasp a subject. How Sir became so famous, correct, no? Now he comes in traditionally a family. His father was also a great teacher, correct? No, several decades they have taught. So certain teachers carry that potency, that power to teach in a very effective manner, correct? No. Then the students also grasp very easily when they teach. If someone else teaches, it may be something else, isn't it? So therefore, we also can think about smarter ways when challenges come. You don't have to take the routine way of doing things. For example, in one subject, you are repeatedly breaking your head. It's not entering inside, and you don't know what to do. Then you can go and find out who are the smartest people, some teachers or students, isn't it? You can learn alternative way to do the same thing. Like this crow found out. I think the smart crow must have thought that for me to pick up so many pebbles and come and put maybe tedious to do. So he found out a smarter way. Definitely smarter way is not to copy in the exam. If you think that is a smart way, you will be debarred for 3 years, isn't it? So we should not take shortcuts. I am talking about honest cuts. Correct, no? Okay, that was second one. Third one, what is the first one I told you? Focus on possibilities, not on the problems. Second one? Negative results come. What do we do? Two things I told you. Analyze the problems objectively, and also have what mindset? Growth mindset. Not fixed, not rigid mindset, but growth mindset. Now the third thing is overcoming fear of competition. This is even before the exam. And also fear of selection. Will I be selected or not? Isn't it? This fear really eats up the mind many times for many people. So what do we do with that? See, on the right side I have shown one box. Don't obsess over how many hours someone else studies. Awaken your own best capability and act from there. Different people have different capabilities, correct now? So you should worry about yourself. This reminds me of one of the histories of one great king called Uttanapad. See, this Uttanapad had two wives. There were two wives. One wife's name is Suniti, elder wife, and the younger wife's name is Suruchi. See the name itself. Suniti means she was Niti, Naitikata. She was very moral. And the second wife's name was Suruchi. Ruchi means she was very good looking. But when you see from the quality point of view, the first wife was very, very moral, ethical, spiritual minded, devotee of God. And the second wife was good looking, but she was a competitive lady. She was a little aggressive in nature. So one day, both of them had one boy. The first lady Suniti had one boy called Dhruva. Second lady had another boy called Uttam. So Uttam went and sat in the lap of his father. Dhruva also wanted to sit in the other lap. But then the second mother, Suruchi, came. She sort of yelled at him and said, "You are not born from my womb. So you cannot sit on the lap of your father. If you want to sit, you have to be reborn again. You have to die and reborn again from him. Only then can sit." So You can imagine small, tender kid, 5-year-old boy. When he was abused like this by stepmother, his eyes became bloodshot and lips were quivering and body was trembling. He felt insecure and ignored and neglected and very badly treated. When he went to his mother, here comes the real point I'm about to tell you. It's an example of a failure of a boy, correct, no? Small 5-year-old kid driven away. He's not allowed to enjoy the love of his father. Father also didn't say anything because he was attached to that beautiful wife. So he kept quiet also. He didn't say anything. Then he went to his mother. Mother taught such amazing lessons to this boy. Even today, Dhruva's name is, his family name is written in golden letters even today. Because mother, first thing she told them, never harbor any malice for anybody. Never harbor any kind of bad feeling for anybody. That bad feeling will not affect your enemy, it will affect only you. But for example, if there are two students, A and B, if A is getting very good marks and B is harboring a bad feeling, who suffers? B only suffers. And A may not know that B is having a bad feeling about me. Correct, no? But B is silently suffering. It is like carrying a red hot coal in the hand and running behind somebody. Who suffers? You want to throw it on that person, but till then you have to carry it. So the carrying person suffers. So in our school days, our teacher gave one exercise for us. She told, write down list of all the people whom you have problem with or you have quarrel with, whom you hate. Some of us wrote 3 or 4 and some boys wrote 12 or 15 also. They had problem with many. So teacher said, that many tomatoes you have to bring tomorrow, she said. So everybody put tomatoes in a backpack and they brought it. And to give to the teacher. Teacher said, no, keep it, I'll take it tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I'll take it another day, keep it. But daily you bring it, whichever day I ask you have to give me. So almost 4 or 5 days she did not take it. And it started stinking, it started rotting. Those fellows who had the maximum tomatoes were finding the maximum stinking smell. They were screaming at the teacher saying, Madam, please take it today, we cannot carry it anymore. Then she told, the more bad feeling you carry for other people, that much you suffer. And our bad feeling is like a stinking tomatoes. Very similar. That's what his mother told him. It's useless to have bad feeling for others because by your bad feeling, nothing bad is going to happen to them. Bad happens to us only. Doctors also say, many of the doctors say that if your heart has hatred for somebody, or ill feeling for somebody, your diseases increase in the body. Later on, it comes like cancer and all. It leads to deadly diseases. So better that we give up. Second thing she told them, अपने प्रगति के बारे में सोचो, दूसरों के टांग मत खींचो. Think about your progress, my boy. Don't think of pulling others' legs. Like that she said. So immediately Dhruva agreed. Dhruva agreed to his mother. Okay, now I will not think of my stepmother anymore. Tell me how I can progress, tell me. Then she said, in this world, God is one person who can give anybody anything. He's capable. He is the creator of everything, supreme controller of everything. Your father got kingdom from Lord Vishnu. And your grandfather got also. So if you want anything, you go to him. Then he asked, how do I find? He said, you can ask saintly persons like Narada. And that's all. He met Narada and then eventually he did meditation and everything. And then out came, he became Dhruva Loka, he got, correct, no? Later on he came back, he became very noble leader after that. Great leader he became. Well known in the history. But 2 lessons we learned from this Dhruva. Anybody remembers that? I told you? Yes?
Don't look for anyone. Look for yourself.
Don't harbor any ill feeling for anyone. That will hurt you. Second thing I told you? Yes? Think about your progress, that will be helpful for you. Instead of thinking of how to pull somebody's leg. Also, if you pull somebody's leg, they are not going to keep quiet. They will trouble you also. And a lot of your time will be wasted also. Correct, no? For example, you said bad about somebody to somebody. They will come to catch you. They will spend 4 hours with you. Your 4 hours are gone. Better that think of your progress. Correct, no? So, now overcoming fear of competition. The first thing is reframe competition. Treat competition as self-improvement, not comparison with others. The competition is for your own self-improvement. Don't see your growth in relation to others. You see it in relation to yourself. Have you seen the athletes running? Huh? Athletes, what they will do? They will have a stopwatch with them, correct? When they go for a sprint, okay, it took me 30 seconds, then 28 seconds, 25 seconds, 20 seconds. So they would check. They don't look at others who is running. They compare themselves with themselves only. That's ideal, actually. You can compare, provided you can draw help from others. For example, somebody is better than you, another student, you can go and take some help, guidance. That's good. Or somebody is inferior to you, you can help them. That type of healthy comparison is good, but unhealthy comparison is no good. Second one, track personal progress. Focus on your daily improvement rather than others' achievements. Keep a track every day. How am I doing? This is, by every day writing a journal, you get an idea how you are growing, correct now? Measure what matters. Track daily progress instead of fixating on result anxiety. Which means your eyes should be fixed on how can I progress, not about what results are coming. Like in IIT, there was one boy who would be always wearing shorts, and you go to his room, you can hear that. Always this rock music going on. And he will talk stylishly like an American already. So we used to wonder, is he born in India or America? So he was dreaming to go to America. But he used to tell me, when you open the GRE TOEFL books, you will see aeroplane in the book. Because he'll be dreaming about going to America. Because he was all the time daydreaming, he could never crack that exam, you see. That's the point here. He was focusing his eyes on the result, not on the effort. That's why Krishna says, Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. He says that, are you the paper setter? Question paper setter, are you the paper setter? Then why you worry about the question paper? Are you the result provider? Then why worry about result? Are you the person who is going to write the exam? Therefore you have to worry about it. What is in your hands, you worry about it. This one went off, this one. I think power cut. So, very simple point. What is in your hand, you worry about it. So there is a very interesting writer who said this. And please all of you repeat this. Do not allow what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. You understand it? What you can do is preparing for the exam. What you cannot do is the result of the exam or the question paper. So many students waste time asking, do you think question paper will be easy? Do you think question paper will be difficult? Which questions do you think it may come correct? No, how much time we waste in this? Similarly, after writing the exam, what is going to be the result? Because you are not going to give the results, don't worry. Whoever has to give, they'll give you. So Krishna says, don't worry about these things, he says. So, measure what matters. That means your preparation matters. Track personal progress. Keep a track of your own progress. Don't talk about others' progress. Reframe competition. Competition is with yourself, not with others. Okay? This is clear now? Overcoming fear of competition. Another one, peer and parental pressure. Now, many parents, they want to see you happy. They want to see you flourish in your, academics and then subsequently in your career. Once you settle in your career, then they will be peaceful. But till then, their love for you comes sometimes in a very aggressive way. Sometimes they will say, you be whole night awake and I'll make coffee and tea for you. You study for the exam, I will also keep awake with you sitting next to you. They want to see that. So their affection for us comes in sometimes aggressive ways, which we find it difficult to digest sometimes. So don't get too much shocked. Here, there are some solutions given for this. Everyone has their own timeline and path to success. Here you see, this is also talking about comparison. Parents also should not compare their children with others. I think like this class, we have to give one class for parents also. Isn't it? Just as you give for the students. Many parents don't know. They say, hey, look at that guy, look at this, what are you doing? Actually, asking questions like this makes the students feel very, very broken down. That affects their morale very much, isn't it? So, one thing is, You see, our body is like a particular model car. Huh? Like you all have seen a Luna, you have seen a Maruti, you have seen a Benz car, isn't it? If you keep a race of these three vehicles from, say, Pune to Lonavala, if you keep it like that, which will come first? Benz. Which will come second? And the third one, Luna, no matter how much you apply pressure, it will have its speed. But there's only one thing that can make Luna come first, if a helicopter comes and lifts it. And then takes it to Lonavala, correct, no? Sometimes God's grace can change your destiny also. That is why we say, when you do work, 4 types of work you can do. Beyond that, you cannot do anything. First is hard work, which I am sure all of you are doing. Second is smart work. Smart work actually makes difficult things be accomplished in a shorter time. If you find out a kind of, what do you call it, a kind of shorter route. Like in a temple, we have something called Vyasasan, we call it Vyaspeet. So when they designed it, it was a very huge, like a Simhasan kind of thing for us to sit. So the first day they told me that, Prabhu, you are the president of the temple, we want you to give a lecture sitting in that. We are going to inaugurate it. So I sat, a very huge thing, and for bringing that, almost 20 people are required to lift it. It's like teak wood, a very heavy one. So then when I was playing the kartal and doing kirtan, they had put a wheel to bring it easily. So somebody gave a smart idea. Because hard work is for 20 people lifting. Once you put a wheel, only one person is required. But the problem is, when I was doing kirtan, the whole Vyasasan went to the other side. And all are sitting here, I am there. So I opened my eyes. Then they dragged it and brought it back. So I said, what kind of smart work is this? Your smart idea is not working. Then another intelligent devotee came. What he did, he made a lock for that. Right now? So once you make a wheel, you move it. Once you fix the place, you can. So it's a very smart idea. Correct, no? You don't have to lift it. Lifting takes 20 people. Only one person can do the work. Similarly, in your studies also, if you find smarter ways to study, so you can do hard work, you can do smart work. Then third one is you can do teamwork. Teamwork means a few students make friendships with each other. Those who are good in different subjects, they help each other, correct, no? So for you to be friendly with one another, you have to be humble enough. Humble, patient, friendly, accommodating, understanding, courteous, kind, helpful, well-wishing nature. So these are all sattvic qualities. When you cultivate the sattvic qualities, you naturally have a group of friends with whom you can take help and give help. Share and receive, correct, no? That will also make your study very easy. And the fourth thing is the empowerment through prayer, about which one more slide will come later. When it comes, I will tell you about prayer. So if you combine these 4, prayer means the difference between what you can do and what God can do. So like Arjuna or Hanuman, when they prayed to Lord for help, then they got multiple times empowered to do great things, humanly impossible things. So here the example of unhealthy comparison is given. And here these 2 kids, they are very friendly, you see. So when you communicate realistic timelines, have an honest conversation with parents about your progress. How many of you talk like this to parents honestly? You explain your situation to parents? Almost half of them, almost half. Other half, I'm not going to ask you what's the situation. But if you can tell your difficulties to parents, tell them I'll try my best, but 1 or 2 subjects I have difficulty. I may clear or I may not clear. You accept me in either way, either case. Don't say that unless you come with a CA, don't show your face. So be honest with your parents. Focus on gratitude. Appreciate support rather than feeling pressured by expectations. Actually, friends, say 2 of you are good friends here. If your friend is a little weak, then you should always extend your help. Correct, no? Offer help to them. And if friend is better than you, you can always seek help. So friends should be like that. And even if a friend is weak in some subject, should we criticize them or joke at them? We shouldn't do that. Because you may be good in one thing, they may be good in another thing. You heard the story, Einstein said, if you keep a tree climbing competition for the fish will get F grade. Right, no? And if you keep a swimming competition for the monkey will get F grade. Correct, no? And if a rabbit is trying to do tree climbing, he will fall upside down and have a brain hemorrhage. You know, so everybody cannot do everything, correct? No? So therefore, sometimes you are jolly, sometimes you are sad, sometimes some subjects are easy, other subjects you go to sleep like this, huh? Isn't it? Isn't it? Sometimes you are healthy, sometimes you are sick. These type of situations are there in this world. Sometimes you get A grade, sometimes you have grade. So Lord Krishna is teaching in the Bhagavad Gita, he is saying that in all these situations, you should practice equanimity. There's a word called equanimity. Equanimity means what? In plus and minus, you should keep your mind balanced. Like, when India won the cricket match, they put Sachin Tendulkar in the place of Arjun in the chariot. Krishna is driving chariot, and instead of Arjun, who is sitting? Sachin Tendulkar cut out, they had put. And he is holding a bat. Huh? Arjuna is holding a bow and arrow. This fellow is holding a bat and sitting. Next year, when India lost for the Pakistan match, they were burning the effigies of all the, cricketers. So this goes to show how much mind is like a monkey. Huh? It goes like a pendulum, swinging mind. But actually in Gita, Lord says that one should learn to have equanimity, balance. And why you should have balance, there is a reason given for this. Because in this world, success and failure will come and go like summer and winter. Like, when winter is coming, it's very cold, you may say, but then winter goes away, then summer comes. Oh, summer is too hot, you may say, then rainy season comes. So, similarly, when you see the night and you think, oh, it's so dark, it is so bad, but then tomorrow the sun will rise. So, in this way, you will always keep getting changing situations in this world. So, Lord Krishna is saying that don't get bogged down by negative situation and don't jump too much when you get success, because we can become proud also. Don't become proud in success. Don't get psychosomatic depression in failure. Like that he says, keep equal mind. Like Lord Ram was told, you're going to become the king tomorrow. But then later on things changed. And he was told to go to forest for 14 years. Was there any change in emotion in his face? That is equanimity. So this is something very important to learn. There was a king who told his citizens that tomorrow is my birthday. And he said, anybody who gives me a gift which is worthy, they will get 20 lakhs cash prize. Even if you give 100 rupees gift, but the gift should be extraordinary gift, he said. So many people came and gave him gifts. But one gift one man gave him, which was just some probably 200-300 rupees worth ring he gave him. When the king wore the ring and he looked at it, something was engraved in the ring, which made the king very thoughtful. And the king gave first prize to that ring. What was written in the ring? This too shall pass away. This was written. So, when you get success, you become proud. You look at it. What is written? Oh, the success may not always remain. So then you don't become proud. You fail in some paper, look at the ring. Okay, failure will pass away. So I will succeed again later. So you don't become depressed. So we are living in a world where things are changing. So don't too much take small situations, trivial things to very big things. Okay? So this I was telling you, compare yourself with yourself only. See, here is a story of an elephant. Once the sunflowers laughed at the elephant and said, hey, look at you. Elephant, you're a freak. Look at us. How we have such beautiful frills. You don't have any frills. So then the elephant went and purchased some Fevicol and put frills all over his body. He was sticking leaves to his body to look like a flower. And he asked them, am I good enough now? And they said, and they laughed it. Okay, you're all right, they said. But then because of this, his eyes got blocked. He couldn't see properly. He toppled and they fell into the river again. When he fell again, he became like this. Again, he thought, now the flowers are going to laugh at me. But this time the flowers talked something else. They told him, see what they said. Dear elephant, don't worry, my friend. Please understand this fact. Elephants are elephants. Flowers are flowers. Flowers cannot do, we cannot do what you can do, and you can't do what we can do. Be happy with the way God has created you. So, it's a very, very deep lesson. Because you will see that we all are uniquely created by God. Everybody will be good in some subject, correct, no? Everybody may not be good in every subject. So therefore, we should, bring out that best potential. This is what I told you about Einstein, what Einstein said. It is mentioned here. See, Einstein said, everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it's a stupid. Like that he said. Okay, let me ask you a question about the story of the rabbit and the tortoise. So who won the competition? Tortoise. So what is the moral of the story? Slow and steady. This is a well-known story, isn't it? But let me tell you another moral of the story. The fast and consistent will always be ahead of slow and steady. If rabbit never sleeps, who will be the winner? And occasionally or always? Always. And having understood this, what the tortoise said, he intelligently told the rabbit that I am ready for a competition provided you keep the flag ahead of the river. So they kept ahead of the river. Rabbit didn't think about it much. Then when he ran up to the edge of the river, he realized, now how am I going to cross the river? But the tortoise slowly came there. The edge of the river, he dropped into the river and he reached the target. So who won the match now? Tortoise. So now you understand? That means in this type of competition, who will always win? Tortoise. Then they both understood one lesson. There's something called a situational leadership. In water, who is leader? Tortoise. In land, who is leader? That's what they understood. Similarly, each of you here, you may be leader in one area, one subject. So you don't have to lament about what you cannot do. You think about what you can do. Focus on what you can do. Not worry about what you cannot do. So later on they became friends. They said, anyway, our goal is to reach the target. On land, you carry me on your back, tortoise said. And in water, I will carry you on my back. Again, when land comes, you again carry me on your back. In this way, we both will reach the target. This is called as team. Team means when two differently talented people play an interdependent role, then the goal is accomplished very easily. Rather than competing, they can complement. How many of you understand this? It's clear? Yeah. See, there are 7 intelligences here. You can, God has gifted all of us with one or more of this. How many of you are good in writing? Then you're word smart. How many of you are good in mathematics? Then you are logic smart. Yeah. How many of you are very concerned about environment, eco-friendliness? Then you are nature smart. How many are good in drawing, painting? Yeah, photography. Yeah. You are picture smart. How many of you are good in sports? Yeah, you are body smart. How many of you have a good sense of music? You are music smart. How many of you are very gregarious and you are very, you feel happy in interacting with a lot of people? You are always surrounded by people. Yeah, you are people smart, isn't it? And how many of you, we just put you in a room and lock you up for 1 year with about 100 books and your lunch will be given through the window, don't worry. How many of you can remain like that? Then you are self-smart, isn't it? So, intrapersonal. So there is intrapersonal and interpersonal different. So how many of you at least got 1 out of these 8? You got. Correct, no? Yeah, see, almost everybody will at least 1 or 2. 1 or 2 or 3. So that is called as USP, your unique selling potential. This is actually God's gift for each of us. So once you know which one you are good at, you may be a chartered accountant, but at the same time, side by side, if you cultivate your music smart, that will give you a lot of confidence in your, because your contribution is appreciated by the people in the world. So along with that, even if you are weak in another area, it won't matter. Okay, how do we build our willpower to face failure with courage? In case we have to face certain failures, how do we build our willpower? See, first thing is the morning affirmation. Start each day with a positive statement about God's gift for you. Just now I told you, God has given you 1 or 2 or 3 gifts for you, these intelligences. So pray to God that let me use these things properly and, actually morning time is a very good time early morning time is a good time for planning. It's a very good time because at that time, according to scientists, there are certain hormones that secrete in the early morning and affirmations, it's like a wet cement. Can make impressions, like we chant in the early morning. we chant the Hare Krishna mantra in the early morning. Many of the, all across the globe, all the religions, people do practices in the early morning, correct, no? Because that's a very nice time to build your character and gain focus and concentration. For especially difficult theorems and all, you cannot study in the early morning, it's very good to study them. And the daytime is very good for achieving your targets and goals and completing your tasks. And night is good for reviewing what you did during the day and making a summary. Today, how did I spend the day today? How did I spend it fruitfully? How did I waste my time? Both you can write. Because some of the days we think that all day we didn't do anything substantial. So you can write that. In this way, now these are all willpower habits. Somebody is making plans in the morning, executing during the day, reviewing in the night. Here you see Arjuna is lamenting, I told you in the beginning of battle. And now he put his Gandiva bow down. And here you see, now he is confident, is fighting. Correct? No? That means Krishna has given him that willpower by his teachings. So here in this slide I have written many different aspects which build your willpower. See, intelligence is nourished by higher consciousness, wisdom. Then you develop a higher taste. And see here, regulate the mind through meditation. And reading wisdom literature, like I'm telling you many quotes from the Gita, Mahabharata and all. So when you read this literature, they give a lot of clues for you, just like you got many clues today, correct, no? So it is, and also saintly and uplifting people. Uplifting means people who raise you beyond Rajaguna and Tamaguna. Tamaguna means lazy, Rajaguna means crazy, isn't it? Tamaguna means people who oversleep. And Rajaguna means people who sleep less and their brain is hot, so they become crazy. So we have to rise above that balanced life and avoid bad habits, bad friends, bad ambience. Bad means what? That which is detrimental to body, mind, soul. Anything that is detrimental. Seek the company of spiritually focused friends and mentors. Eat pure, sattvic, sanctified food, prasad. Engage in voluntary seva. In the voluntary seva, what happens when your energy is positively spent? It also gives you a higher taste. And you work with a group of other bhaktas. So it's a very joyful thing. Like in our temple here in camp and in NVCC, Kartaj Kondwa, whenever exams, some students finish their exams, immediately they come for 2-3 days, they do rangoli, they do garland making, they do gardening, and they do many activities like that. They learn instruments like mridangam, kartal, singing. So these are all very light activities which are energy giving. Sattvic habits like early to bed and early to rise. Actually, night sleep between 10 to 4 is most effective. I don't know how many of you sleep at 10, but many students are sleeping at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Some of them sleep at 3 o'clock also. If you sleep at 10, according to you can go to the YouTube and ask for the video on why the top-notch CEOs like Tim Cook and all of them get up at 4 a.m. They sleep at 10 and get up at 4. Why? So there is a video, 2-3 minute video is available. You can see that. It talks about 10 o'clock, the pitta and that starts secreting in your inside system. Daytime, your body is active. Night, your inside body is repair. Repair is active. It's like overhauling your car after you travel a long distance. If you don't allow the repairing of the body, you feel very tired and dizzy all day. And then avoid harmful pleasures. All these things, illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, intoxication. These 4 are very clearly mentioned as adharmic activities. Actually, sex is not prohibited when a man and woman come in a sacred tie with the blessings of the parents properly, because boys and girls nowadays connect even at the age of 18 or 20. But later on, parents don't agree. At that time, it really becomes a very great difficulty for them. They have to marry somebody whom they may not want to, and they are not allowed to marry someone whom they chose. So that's why this is and also your academics can be thoroughly ruined if you get into romantic activities. Romantic activities are like daydreaming activities, and often we have seen students, very brilliant students, lose their good intelligence when they get into these activities. So there is a time for marriage when you are going to marry at 27 or 28. Wait for the time. Don't be in a hurry now. Now you focus on academics now. And similarly, meat digests very slow. In comparison to the vegetarian food. Evening time, we should eat light. so that morning can get up early. And gambling means lying, cheating, looting, all those things happen. Intoxication, very dangerous. Like, smoking, drinking, drugs should be given up. Even vaping. Vaping looks like the vapor looks like, they have the electronic cigarettes, correct? Looks like very nice, but there are very dangerous nicotine drugs in that. In the long run, they will eat your system inside. Nowadays, drugs are put into chocolates and they are selling it nowadays. So you may be thinking it looks like very nice chocolate. You eat it, but it's very deadly. So set inspiring. Actually, these four things, harmful pressures swallow your time also. Set inspiring spiritual academic goals to stay focused and motivated. Pray to Lord for willpower. So, lot of things. So these are all willpower increasing things. In fact, we as bhaktas, we practice in our community, all the 6,000 people I told you, they all are practicing these things. So I just gave the entire list in one sheet I gave you, but you can know more about it. Yeah, anybody wishes to ask me any question? Hope I'm not giving you too many things. Yeah, yes. Give the mic. You want the mic?
Hello. First, I want to thank to you for such a wonderful session, and thank to all management team and Abhishek sir for arranging this session. Sir, my question is to you that what was the actual feeling at that time that after your graduation from IIT, which is the dream of millions of people right now to become graduate from IIT, and you left that life and you joined with ISKCON.
Hare Krishna, yeah. Actually, many people wonder why after my IIT I joined this ISKCON. I worked for about 3-4 years, I worked also. I had 3 sisters, I got them all married and settled also, responsibly. And only with the blessings of parents I joined this. But I had a taste for this life even in my 3rd or 4th standard. At that time, I was also studying Bhagavad Gita and all, and I actually, my family, my grandfather and all were like Shastri. So I had a taste for it. And one thing strongly I felt was we should do something for the people of the world around us. We can see how people are suffering. And it became more and more clear as I went to the college days. I saw many students getting into smoking, drinking, drugs, and ruining their body, and also spoiling their mind, and also terribly suffering, although they come from good families. So I thought that the spiritual goal, the ultimate goal of life, meaning of life, purpose of life, along with that, how to also be a good academic student, correct? No? So this has been always my taste to study, to practice, and to teach. I had the taste. So when I went to almost dozen organizations. I wasn't clear which organization to join at that time. But when I came to ISKCON, 2 things were very remarkable for me. One is Srila Prabhupada, the founder of ISKCON Society. He says that we should not go to Himalayas to get our own moksha. We should live in the heart of city and reach out to the suffering people and help many, many people get the message of God. So this was one thing that I really found it very striking, because it's a selfless activity. We are not thinking about our own selfish deliverance, correct? No? Second thing, in this movement, we don't say like the 3 monkeys you have seen, shut your eyes, shut your ears, shut your mouth. This is not a nakaratmak movement, it's a sakaratmak movement. It's constructive. Here I found that with your eyes you can see the deities of the Lord. With ears you can hear katha, knowledge. With mouth you can sing kirtan, take prasad. With legs you walk to temple. So in this way all senses can be used in God's service. This is another thing I liked, because it's very easy for anyone to apply. On the other hand, if we tell people stop all activities and go to Himalayas, how many will come? Correct, no? So I found this movement, Bhakti Yoga. It's called as Yoga of Love. Karma Yoga means Yoga of action. Jnana Yoga means Yoga of knowledge. Ashtanga Yoga means Yoga of concentration, and meditation. And then Bhakti Yoga means Yoga of love. So in Bhakti Yoga, you give the heart to God. So I found this path extremely appealing personally to myself for my practice, and teaching also, going around and teaching all classes of people. We teach children, college students, we go to homes, we go to companies also. And the goal of this moment is to bring out the happiness in the heart of the people, which is hidden. The people, actually everybody can be like an innocent, pure child. But right now the mind is creating so much trouble, as I told you in the beginning. So the mind can be cleansed by the chanting. And when I see people becoming happy, then we feel so joyful that somebody is being brought to the right path. Correct, no? So somebody derives delight in, becoming an engineer or a doctor or a chartered accountant. I feel in society we also there's a great need for the monks also. Those who are practicing and who are preaching. You agree? Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Please raise hand, Mark will come.
Yeah.
Like we now, our generation, the most of the problem comes in when in our generation, the main problem is one fine day we decide to do one thing for our career.
Correct.
2 to 3 days we follow it, but after that
We are unable to keep consistency. Correct. So for consistency, the first thing in consistency is you should be convinced about the importance of that particular activity. Heart of hearts. Generally what happens, say for example, if I tell you to study now, but your exams are going to come only after 6 months, what our mind generally says? Exams are not now. There's a lot of time. So we take it very lightly, correct, no? On the other hand, there are students who want to prepare 6 months in advance. So they will be studying with very great vigor, correct, no? So the number one is understanding the importance. Anything we do, like for example, avoid bad habits, I say. Somebody may not know how dangerous are the bad habits. But like we say, Latonga Booth, we say, no? When they indulge in those bad habits, they get some slaps and kicks, then they realize, my Lord, it's very dangerous. Then they will not go for it. Later on they give it up, correct? No? Some people hear and they learn it. Some people hear and see others, suffering. Like somebody did not study well, they're not able to crack the exam. They see and then they learn. Some people hear, see, and they have to experience themselves. And then they learn. Some people, even after experiencing, still they don't learn. They repeatedly commit the mistake. So, which is the best out of the four? The first one, by hearing and learning. So, first be convinced about whichever action. And after you are convinced, then 3 things you can do. Like if the activity is like a watermelon, you can't eat watermelon like this. You slice it. Therefore, any big book you have to cover, cut it into chapters, parts, and then bit by bit you can swallow it. Correct, no? Secondly, you need peers who will encourage you. Correct, no? When you have friends, they're also in the same goal. So with them, like some students are serious, some are not. So if you want to be serious, then associate with those who are serious. Equal friends, they encourage you. Then there should be some role model for you. And that role model gives you the inspiration and strength. I want to be like that person, correct, no? So the role model and the peers and then the milestones, along with this conviction for the goal to be attained, With all these things, the most important thing is you have to develop the inner muscles to control your mind. Because the biggest problem is, right now the mind is like an untrained elephant. An untrained elephant can crush a car, it can kill people also. But the same elephant, they bring it to the circus, you've seen that? They train the elephant to sit in a stool, or elephant gives Ashirvad. Elephant can carry you on the back, correct, no? That means elephant is a trainable animal. Mind also is trainable. So one of the first trainings, you can remember this ABCDE, 5 things. A for association. What is association? Association means some spiritual discussion, knowledge transmission, heart transformation. It's called association. So right now, today we discussed certain spiritual principles we discussed. Then there is a knowledge is transmitted. You understand something. Then there is a transformation of heart that I am going to do these good things in my life. It comes. So A is association. B is 1 page of Bhagavad Gita a day. Like we have many books. If some of you come from a Christian or Muslim background, you read Bible, Quran also, you will find 1 page a day. Because these books actually are carrying a lot of valuable things you can apply in life. So B for a spiritual book, 1 page a day. Third is C for chanting. Chanting is very easy. Even the fingers you can do. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, So like this 108 times if you do, it takes you just 10 minutes only. Any time of the day you can do. The morning or afternoon, evening, night. See for chanting. What does this chanting do? It calms the raging mind. And it also removes the viruses from the mind, like I told you, revengeful thoughts, anger, fear, greed, all these things. It actually detects virus and removes virus. That's C. And D for devotional diet, we call it. The devotional diet is the food offered to God with love. Correct, no? So that food is sanctifying. That also purifies consciousness and mind also. Then the fifth one is E, means engaging in some voluntary seva. Like your Abhishek Savare sir, he is teaching for chartered accountant students. So this program, what he is organizing is a voluntary work he is doing. Voluntarily, he has done this program many times like this. And so in this way, by your voluntary service, many others will benefit also. So you all will remember this A for B and C, at least 108 times a day, 10 minutes a day. And D, devotional diet. And E, some voluntary service. Okay. So these 5 things to start with, they are not very difficult. Some everyday input, and this is going to build your inner willpower. And then your mind becomes controlled. Like you all would like mind to be your servant, or you want to become a slave of your mind? Mind should be a servant, isn't it? Like say, Uber, Ola, sometimes you are sitting behind and tell the driver, take me to temple. If he takes you to liquor shop, that means he is not in your control. Correct, no? So you should listen to you. You are the passenger, correct, no? Similarly, the mind sometimes there's something else. What we want to do some right thing, mind takes you to wrong thing. Because the mind is right now impure. So we have to purify the mind. These 5 agents are powerful purifying agents, right? Is clear? You had a question? Yeah, please give the mic. Yeah. Here? Okay, there also. Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah.
What spirituality actually means and how we can achieve it. I mean, stick to God. Like Virat Kohli and all, we see many examples. They chant and all. And
yeah, correct. Actually, spirituality, what is the meaning of spirituality? I told you in the beginning of the class today. Body, mind, soul. So who are you out of the 3? And you are rewarded with 2 additional things, which is mind and the body. So spirituality teaches you to align with the will of one supreme God. You call him different names. You call him Jehovah, you call him Allah, you call him Krishna, Rama, different names. There is one supreme who is the creator of this universe. And he has made this universe in a certain way. For example, I'll tell you, certain activities you do, you will become healthy. Say you do pranayam, you do yogasanas, you do chanting, you eat pure prasadam. You will become very healthy. And also you behave well with other people. Then they are friendly, you are friendly, life is more happier. On the other hand, you smoke a cigarette, we get lung cancer. We drink liquor, we get liver cirrhosis. We chew tobacco, we get ulcers. That means the universe is designed in such a way that when you do things which are sinful, they lead to harm of the body, mind, soul. So if the body, mind, soul, all 3 have to be healthy. Then we have to align with the teachings of God, which is available in this wisdom literature. And that is called spirituality. Is that clear? The goal of spirituality is ultimately very simple. All of you can repeat after me, okay? Love God, love all. This is the end result of spirituality. That means we love God and love all. We don't have any enemy in this world. Every living being is a child of God. And like I told you, every one of you is divine. But the mind surrounding the soul is creating the problem. And you will, even like Prahalad, when he saw Hiranyakashipu, he still loved his father. He prayed for his father. Because he saw that the soul is pure. Only Hiranyakashipu's mind is creating problems like stinking socks, I told you. So spirituality means to be able to benefit all living beings around you by aligning with the will of God. And the ultimate, right, we all have come from a spiritual plane to material plane. By spirituality, we will go back to the spiritual plane where everything is pure. There is no old age, there is no disease, there is no death. Whereas when we have come here there is old age, disease, death for the body. Is that clear? It will become more clear when you read Gita little by little. It will become more and more clear. Which is one more hand up here. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, please. Yeah.
I have a question regarding God, Ram and Krishna.
Okay.
Still I am confused because their character is so much different. Karma Kand, which is related to God Ram, and Karma Krida, which is related to
Krishna.
God Krishna.
Correct.
What is the difference between that?
See, some people like leaders who are very straightforward, truthful, serious, and following Ekapatni Vrata, accepting only one wife. And, for the sake of truth, the leader who lays down his life. How many of you are attracted to such a leader? Like I told you just now. Correct, no? There are some. And there are others who are attracted to a leader who is playful, sportive, naughty, mischievous, and that kind of leader. Correct? How many of you are attracted to that type of personality? There are others, correct? No? Therefore, one Supreme God is doing triple acting as Narayana, Krishna, and Rama. All three are called Purushottam. Just like, for example, when a man goes to office, he dresses in a certain way. When he is at home, he will dress in a different way. Correct? No? Like our Prime Minister of India, when he goes to Parliament, all the Army, Navy, Air Force, tomorrow is 15th August, is it? Yeah, you will see all of them come to salute, correct, no? The Prime Minister. But the same Prime Minister, when he goes home, he will be bowing down to his mother. There, he doesn't say, I am PM of India. He doesn't say that. Correct, no? Similarly, Krishna is the Lord at home. And Vishnu and Ram, they are Lord in the Parliament. Is it clear? More clear now? Yeah, what was your question? Give it to her.
Sir, I always happen to wonder why there is life in the Brahmanda, like why the universe is not stand still.
Okay.
Why there is life and how there is life.
Yeah. Like why are we all here according to let me put it very simply. You see, there is a spiritual plane and material plane. Spiritual plane, all the living entities with God in the center. Just like you have seen Vrindavan, Krishna is the center and all living beings are aligned with him. In Ayodhya, Ram is the center, all aligned with him. But one Ravana did not want to surrender to Ram. Correct, no? Similarly, Kamsa did not want to surrender to Krishna. Similarly, you will find there are two types of living beings, law abiders, law breakers. So in this India also, for law breakers there is a jail. For law abiders there is a state to live. Law abiders also follow law, but they follow the state law. And law breakers break the law and live in the jail. They have jail laws they follow. Similarly, in spiritual world, material world. Spiritual world is a state of the Lord, where all living beings align with His will, and there's a sweet atmosphere there. Where material world is a place where those who want to be independent of Him, they have come here. And then they have a chance, that's why they are given a mind, impure mind, with which impure, independent activity they want to do. But once we become clean and purified, we can again go back there. Just like the rainwater is impure now, you can put in a desalination plant and purify it. Then again it becomes pure. Then we'll be back in our original spiritual plane from where we have come. In order to put this very simple, in Bible there is a story of one father prodigal. So he had two sons. First son was a good son. The second one was connecting with very bad company. And all his friends told him, take the share of your father's money and we will go and enjoy life. But the father said, Beta, I'm keeping you so happily. Why do you want to leave me and go? He was very adamant because friends told him. He took the money and all the friends squandered all his wealth. And one day he was penniless because he spent the money in various dirty activities, smoking, drinking, drugs, women, everything. Finally, he was penniless. Then all friends ran away. Then he was alone. Then he went to a landlord to work in a field. He had to feed 100 pigs some low quality wheat flour, And he was told to eat the same thing. So one day he was crying, saying that I'll go back to my father. Not as a son, at least as a servant. So he came back to father. Seeing him, the father was so happy. He put up a festival at home, embraced the second son, welcomed him. And to the son's great surprise, he treated him exactly like the way he treated the first son. So the moral of the story is very simple. In this story, the father is God, and the two sons are, one is a righteous son, one is a naughty son, correct, no? So we all have come in this world, we are little naughty, we have come here to be independent. And we are trying to be independent. Are we happy here? We get into many problems here. So there is an angel in us, there is an animal in us. Like there is a Hanuman in us, Ravana in us. There is a Yudhishthira in us and Duryodhana in us. There is a Prahalad in us and Hiranyakashipu in us. So Prahalad is called Seva Vritti and Hiranyakashipu is called Bhoga Vritti. Similarly, Hanuman, Seva Vritti, and Ravana, Bhoga Vritti. Similarly, Duryodhana, Kauravas, Bhoga Vritti, and Pandavas. So which one we have to awaken more? Yes. Then you go back to God. So that is why the spiritual movement means it teaches us to you don't exploit other living beings. Don't exploit God's resources. Don't trouble anyone. Don't trouble yourself also. Hiranyakashipu troubled himself also and troubled others also. But when you do seva vritti, you will be happy and you can make others also happy. Is it more clear now? Thank you. Yeah. So, oh, there are many hands up. Yeah. Please give the, yeah. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
So my question is that how do we deal with distractions around us? How can we focus on one thing which we are doing?
That was the last topic. Remember that? Gaining focus. Can you show that? It's coming now. This is praying. Hanuman is praying. See, Hanuman, before jumping off from the Mahendra Parvat, he first offered prayer to his father Vayu, his guru Suryadev. He offered prayer to Lord Ram, Lord of his life. So because the prayer empowers. Huh? And not only this, even many other things he did. Even this, bringing that Sanjeevani Jadibuti he brought. So many things. Similarly, this is Srila Prabhupada I was telling you. Prabhupada going in his ripe old age of 70. Any of you, can you think of a man at the age of 70 going to a country like America to start the movement? Huh? At the age of 70 he started. He went in a cargo ship. He got a couple of heart attacks on the way. Huh? Still, Krishna blessed him, and then he arrived at USA and then started the movement in 1965 when he was close to 70 years. And then 1 year he didn't get any support. So he went to a park, Tompkins Square Park, and there he sat and loudly sang the Hare Krishna mantra. Many hippies came and joined in the kirtan and everything. Eventually, the movement became very big. Like now you see there are 1,200 centers worldwide. It has expanded all over the world. So in this way, he was empowered to do superhuman activities even in old age. People generally think if you become 70, 80, people think you are not very important. But he started all these activities after 70. Now you all are so young, you are all just 20 now. You can do much more. See, this was an article in one magazine. Yeah. So you are asking about social media distraction. This is the one. See, so avoiding social media distraction, time wasting, scattered focus. See, time. What you can do? First solution is given here. Time blocking. Schedule specific periods for social media use in a day. Again, for you to use the social media only in that period of time requires willpower. Correct, no? Otherwise, making plan is very easy. We have to implement it. So the main willpower producing things are like taking a sankalpa and sticking to it. And also chanting gives us a lot of determination. Early morning chanting gives a rock-like conviction it gives. Similarly, app blockers. How many of you already put app blockers in your? Very good, correct, no? It wastes you save a lot of your time. And then healthy replacements. Replace scrolling with hobbies and devotion service. Which means, why do you go for scrolling? Because sometimes studies become boring. Correct, no? Therefore you go for scrolling, correct, no? So, therefore there has to be, you can learn yoga. Any of you learned yoga? Yogasana? Yeah. It's a very nice hobby. Instead of scrolling, yoga is better. You can do jogging, you can do yoga, pranayama. That's very good. You can take out some time for that. Swimming. So these are much better than scrolling. Scrolling, if you are simply sitting and watching a TV for 6 hours a day, people become like couch potato, we call it. So you can have healthy replacements, you see. Similarly, chanting. And chanting meditation is going to build your inner muscles also. If you take out time in the early morning and chant. See, think to focus your thoughts on your goals, plan a detailed proposal and execute by putting into action. So, Sattva-guna, I told you 5 activities, A, B, C, D, correct, no? So, this is what you will do. You will think and act. Rajoguna means you will think partially and act. Tamaguna means you will never think, never act. You see? So, this is a very big subject. I will not get into it. See, have you defined your priorities? Are you clear about it? And then have you organized your life based on those priorities? Thirdly, do you have the discipline to stick to those priorities? These 3 things are very important. I feel that many of us, we are doing many things and we are not very clear about our priorities many times. Some of you have already defined your priorities, but you are not yet organized your life. How many of you know what is very important, but you are yet to make a plan to strictly stick to them? Correct, no? You know what is important. So you are in the level 2 now. So you have to organize your life planning around. That means the priority should be given the top importance. And how many of you not only have listed the top priority, you have started disciplining yourself? You're trying, very good. See, all of you repeat this. Know the right, do the right, discipline the right. These are the three things. First, you know the right. So, like I was telling you today, there are 4 bad activities I told you, like illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, intoxication. So, if you know that these are bad, then do the right means avoiding these 4 activities. And discipline the right means not just 1 or 2 or 3 days, but for months and years together. Similarly, you know, social media has become a great menace nowadays. You know, you get addicted to it. The morning you get up, immediately people take the smartphone. Correct? No? That means addiction. So, okay, you know it's not right. So then you have to work on it. Keep a fixed timing and everything. Put parental control. Many things you can do. So then first know the right, then do the right, discipline. For knowing the right, the scriptures give you what is good behavior, bad behavior. And do the right. For that, I told you, the willpower increases by chanting, then you can do the right. Discipline the right is possible by good association. You should have a good friend circle. Those will encourage you to do the act. Okay. This is another thing, staying optimistic during preparation. So whenever your exams come, say 1 month before the exam, you need a what mindset you need? Very, very optimistic mindset. So you need positive company and mentors. Surround yourself with encouraging people. Write gratitude journal, what you are thankful about. And also, like for example, all of you know that Pandavas, when they were in the jungle, do you think they were sleeping for 12 years? They were very fruitfully using the time. Like Arjuna got the Pashupatastra, got celestial weapons and everything. You should learn many things from many of the sages and all like that. Similarly, we should utilize our time well without dwelling on the past misfortune. The gratitude always helps. Do you hear some stories of resilience? You see, our Dr. Abdul Kalam, the missile man president. You know, I learned about Kalam recently. He says in his college days, whenever there was a free period, he will run to the library with his 2-3 friends. So the friends were all very, very academically oriented. Now he is looking back in retrospect and saying that my good friends were good, so they saved my time, he says. And also he had devotional minded friends who taught him many shlokas from the Bhagavad Gita. So now again he says that because of their good sangha, he developed many good habits and good behavior, he says. So he had spiritual friends, he had academic friends. Academic friends helped him to uplift academically. Spiritual friends helped him to develop good habits and good culture, everything like that. What an amazing personality he is. Recently, I heard about Dr. Kalam when he had gone to BHU Varanasi at one time. The Vice Chancellor had put a big chair for him. And on either side, there were three ordinary chairs. So when Dr. Kalam climbed up on the stage, he saw that the middle chair is too big. So he sat on the side chair, one of the chairs. Then all of them told him, sir, it's kept for you in the middle. You are the chief guest and all they told him. So he said, no, that's for the Vice Chancellor, he said. Then Vice Chancellor came, all 6 chairs were occupied, only the middle one was empty. So he asked Kalam, sir, it's for you, it's for you. They both were pushing each other. Finally, they removed the big chair and put a normal one. All of them sat in a normal one. So that humility between the Vice Chancellor and Dr. Kalam, it was so much applauded by the students. So in this way, you can see Kalam's good association, Dr. Kalam's good association made him a great man. Similarly, Alfred Ford, he became very dear to Srila Prabhupada. He is helping the Mayapur, ISKCON, TOVP, the Temple of Vedic Planetarium. He's spending like 500 crores to make a international headquarters in 1,000-acre land. So he's born in America, but is devoted with all his wealth to promote Krishna conscious culture. Yeah. Similarly, Chanakya was insulted by one king, you know that? One Nanda. Yeah. But he understood this king is very atrocious. So he found out a young boy to train him, and then He dethroned the king and he posted him. Then came the golden age of the Guptas. Correct, no? Yeah. So this one man changed the fate of India. Correct, no? So from this, what you learn, these are all examples of resilience. People who bounced back in trying situations. Yeah. Okay, here is a kind of schedule that's given: morning, and the daytime, and evening, and night. How you can spend your time. I think this is the last slide. I think it's a. Okay, this is very good. Well, let us see. You all have to answer this like a quiz for you. How to convert the negative statements to positive, okay? Negative thought, I am scared of exams. What can you say? Instead of that, this is the answer. I am preparing my best. Correct? Negative thought is, everyone is ahead of me. Instead of thinking like that, you can think, I am on my unique journey. Correct? I might never succeed. Negative thought comes in the mind. Each attempt brings me closer to the success. Correct? No? If this is success, I have come here, I come here, I come here. So you can think like this. So in this way, this is a mindset reframing, you see. This is what I told you, talents, unique talents. This is the last slide, whatever we learned till now, key takeaways, okay? Please all of you repeat, compete with yourself. So this I told you, focusing on your personal growth and not others, correct, no? Second, willpower grows with use. That means you have to build your mental strength through the meditation practice, mantra meditation, I told you. Mantra meditation actually, the beginning, 108 times standing also will be difficult for you. Sitting in one place. Nowadays, students cannot sit in one place. All of us sitting for so long is a very amazing thing. People want to. I was telling, sir, you was telling me morning 7 to evening 7, you all sit. I said, these are like rishis in the forest, I was telling. It's very difficult, Maila. He said, he has trained all of you like that to sit through for the whole day. He said, they are all spirited about the ultimate goal. So they are all very hardworking, he was telling. It's not very easy thing. But in this way, you develop a willpower through meditation. Third one, God focus from distractions. Okay, one of you are asking about focus and avoiding distraction. You can, in YouTube, you just put focus, Radheshyamdas. You put 3 lectures you will get. 2 of them are spoken here only. I spoke here out of the 3. Okay, there you'll get a lot of ideas on this. Okay. Also, there's one more lecture called Arjun ke taraf focus kaise kare. That's also one lecture. So focus, if you get, you will get it. And faith fuels inner strength. And this is through the prayer, I told you. Prayer for empowerment, correct? No? Failure is feedback. So failure is not failure. It's a feedback given to you to improve. It's a feedback given to you for improvement. These are the summary of what we learned today. The total summary. So, can I take 5 minutes questions? There were many hands up. This is the ABC formula I already told you. Association, Bhagavad Gita, see for chanting. See, if you chant, you will be in the yellow zone. See the yellow zone. That's called sattva, sattvic zone. If you go to red zone, it is passionate zone. If you go to black zone, it is tamoguna. You are drowsy. I told you, below is lazy, above is crazy. The middle is sattva. So by doing this ABCD, you come to the yellow zone. There are also PhD theses on this. Yeah. See, even the schizophrenia type of mental illnesses have been cured by chanting. By chanting. This sattvic diet, deeper diet. Nice plate, no? If you come to ISKCON, you will get like this. See, even somebody says, you people only eat only vegetarian. Yes, vegetarian, but even an elephant is vegetarian. Is it a weak animal? It's a strong and gentle animal, isn't it? So, these are the 4 things we have to avoid, I told you. No intoxication, no gambling, no meat eating, and no illicit relationship. Keep your mind prayerful and positive, heart fearless, and efforts consistent. You agree? Yeah. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Are you getting late? 5 minutes I can take. Yeah.
Just a small announcement. Seeing the overwhelming response and the number of hands raised for on your WhatsApp groups, there is Google form link where you have to answer some questions what you heard about, and there is a space where you can mention your question. There is my WhatsApp number, you can ping me your questions. I will make sure all questions compiled sent to him within few days. You will get the responses. Okay. Still we can 5 minutes we can take.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I have given some contacts also. If you any of you write to me, I'll reply back. Okay. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
My question is to you that as you mentioned that we should have a plan B.
Correct.
But the problem is that if we have a plan B, then our mind that gets
It's
directed
always
towards-
there. Another solution is there. We think like that. Correct. No?
Yes. Whenever difficulty came, then we get directed towards that.
Yeah. One thing is plan B should be kept inside the bureau. You should not think about it. Plan B should only be thought about after the exams are over. Once you write the exam, let the results come, then you can keep that alternative in mind. But those students who don't have a plan B, some of them, they feel practically the breathing is lost. When the exam results come, they had no plan B at all. Some of them have committed suicide, you know that, right? Across the country, whether NEET exam or in Kota, Rajasthan also, dozens and dozens of students are committing suicide because they don't have a plan B. They think either I crack it or I am gone. They think like that. But academics is a small part of life. You are all right now young students, but there are other aspects of life also. There is entertainment, there is prayer to God, there is relationship with parents, and there is hobbies in life. But academics is not everything in life. Therefore, we teach the students to see that this life is only a flash in the span of eternity. You are changing from one body to another, correct, no? One shouldn't get bogged down by this. What I am saying is, don't keep thinking about plan B every day. Your plan A is the main focus. But plan B is only like the trapeze artist, you have seen that in circus? You've seen trapeze? Yes. So when they're doing it, they'll put a net below. Why they have a net? Not that he has to fall always. In case he falls, there's a net. If there is no net, what can happen? He'll break his head or something. Therefore, because when he leaves the trapeze, one trapeze and goes to the next one, while jumping, there is a likelihood of falling. So they have a net. So your plan B is like that. Correct now? All right? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, here? Yes, there are many. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
I have a question that you gave us a long list of things
Yeah.
that we can try doing.
Yeah.
And if we do try it,
I can also give this PPT to Sir. I can give it. He will send it to all of you. Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
But if we do follow a lot of things, or even we try to follow it, sometimes situations arise that we just simply get put off track, or something comes up that does not let us follow through with the plan.
Yeah.
What can we do in that?
That is due to the previous habits. Our previous habits keep revisiting. For example, you decide that you will sleep early and get up early, but you will find that you are dragged sometimes to late night. You are not sleeping on time. Then morning getting up also gets late. Similarly, you make a plan to study a subject in 1 week, but sometimes you fail in that, correct, no? So many times we make a resolution, but we don't stick to it. We don't follow through. So therefore, there has to be a kind of track we have to keep. Because there are 3 gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. In sattva guna, you make a plan and execute it. In raja guna, you make a plan, but after some time you fail. In tama guna, you neither make plan nor follow through, correct, no? So if you are already planning, you are better off. So we are shuttling between sattva and rajas. So increase the sattvic activities, like I told you many things today. You will see that you will be able to execute your work as per your plan. You have a deadline you have made. In this period of time, I want to do this. You can stick to it. Same with habits also. One of the reasons why many of us don't stick to our habits, we also have other people also around us. Our friend circle sometimes, they are slack, so we become slack also. They are careless, we become careless. So I would say that you should have 1 or 2 friends who really motivate you to attain the goal, and they are a little ahead of you. So if somebody is ahead of us, we are inspired to also run behind them. Otherwise, we may get carried away, correct, no? So therefore, I told you 3 things. Your peer association, your role model, and then another one I told was like landmarks, like slicing into pieces, correct, no? So there are many solutions, but for all these things, you need willpower. So the root of all activity is two things. Study of the scriptures gives you intelligence, and chanting gives you willpower. These are the two most essential things. Like that's why I'm carrying this always. As soon as I get some time, I will chant, because this will increase my willpower. And once willpower is increased, you can decide what you want to do, and you can stick to it without fail. And that kind of letters written on a rock, we can do like that. And that willpower will increase to that degree for all of us, provided we practice it. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah.
In middle, you explained about the company which we have,
Yeah.
and we should be with good
Correct.
people.
Yeah.
But there are some situations where we can't, means we are unable to be
design
good,
that kind of company.
and there are people who affect us on mental basis.
Correct.
Like,
Yeah.
then how can we avoid? Because it's affect the further days that we are working on.
There is something called as emotional distancing.
Huh.
Emotional distancing means even though the person is not there with you, you worry about that person.
Yes, exactly.
Fear about the person.
Exactly.
That is because of some interactions you had with them in the past.
Huh.
So now that cannot be changed. That's a past thing. So make sure that you don't further damage yourself by coming close to them. Sometimes you want to go to them and prove to them that you are right. Don't do that. You better keep distance, because if you go to prove to them, they will damage you further, and they will lower your esteem, self-esteem. So whatever has happened is all right. Now you keep away from them, and now as you substitute your negativities with positive activities, like it's like if you put oxygen, if there is oxygen in a bulb, you put argon, xenon, krypton, inert gases, then the oxygen comes out. In the same manner, positive things you put inside, negative things will be thrown out.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. There? Yeah. Mike.
Hello. Radhe Krishna. You said that your conviction was solidified when your guru said that you can follow your karma, path of karma through people or
Correct.
working with the people.
Reaching to the people.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, what are the morals or ideals should a youth have, or should the models should drive him on a personal level, on a societal level, and on a national level, so he can walk that path of karma?
Correct. Yeah. See, for example, when we are talking about dharma, you name a activity, I can tell you. You are all in CA now. For example, honest dealing with money is important, correct? No? Like there is a company called Volkswagen. This company, when they made one software, which is called as a device defeater. They made one software. So as soon as you put the testing machine, it will show that the pollution is within control. But actually the pollution was 40 times more. It was like that. So in 2010, I think they made, by 2015, they had saved $7 billion. And for their shareholders, everybody, they gave a lot of money, and they were floating in success like that. But in 2015, one group of engineers found out that they are cheating. And then they had to pay a fine of $38 billion. So where is 7 billion? Where is 38 billion? 4 times that to pay. And the reputation was also lost, that they are cheating the mass of people. So here is an example of lacking ethical conduct in their business dealing, commerce. Correct, no? Similarly, the Enron scandal also. Yeah, there are also others. There is, I don't remember the name. One fellow was given 150-year jail sentence. Can you imagine? I don't know whether he'll live 150 years. Yeah, because he looted very big amount, very billions of dollars like that. So, Now, for example, when you become a CA, CAs are in great demand. You all know very well, no? Because money is the most important aspect in business. Correct, no? So there will be many opportunities for you to cooperate with the fraud. Correct, no? So Like, say for example, a health inspector, checks a company has to treat the chemicals before putting in the river, correct, no? But that will cost 5 lakh rupees. The company says, we will give you 1 lakh, you sign that, we have already treated. So company saves 4 lakh and the health inspector gets 1 lakh. But those who suffer are the people who drink their water. The cows may die drinking their water. So a lot of things are happening like this in the world. So when we talk about any field, you name a field, there is a way of acting according to dharma, and there is a way of acting according to adharma. Correct, no? Now, when it comes on a national level also, I heard that our Prime Minister has crores and crores of rupees allotted for NGOs. But one of the talks our PM has said that I am looking for genuine leaders who will take this money and use it for the welfare of the public and not swallow it themselves, not keep it in the side. Correct, no? So leaders are looking for such NGO leaders. Why the NGO started, that? Because sometimes you have a government organization which is sleeping, not doing anything. One NGO leader comes putting a sweat and blood, doing something nice, then the government gives support. But in the name of NGO also nowadays many things have started. Isn't it? So in this way, to put it very simply, 2 words are used: Bhogavriti, Sevavriti. Yes. Whether it is personal, whether it is family, whether it is national or international, in all levels you will see, like Prahlada and Hiranyakashipu are one family only. But father is torturing the son. Correct, no? Within one family only you see that. So he has Bhogavriti like that. Similarly, one family, Kauravas and Pandavas. Kauravas are troubling the Pandavas. Now you can see at a national level also, one nation troubling another nation. Like there is a Hamas and Israel war going on. Ukraine and Russia is going on. And China is now thinking of attacking multiple countries. They are making plan, correct, now? And Trump and our US and Russia, so Cold War is going on. Huh? So at national level, you'll find, a person who is aligned with dharma will unnecessarily not want to trouble the living beings, others, exploiting, abusing. That you will not do. On the contrary, your ideal king means 3 things he does: protection, administration, welfare. PA, we call it PAW, protection, administration, welfare. You name a particular profession and I can tell you what is dharma, what is adharma, I can tell you. It's at every level, it's understandable. So, like for example, India took lead in G20.
Yes.
So all across the globe, many countries have come together because they like the universal principles that India follows. But these universal principles, where are we getting from? Vedas only we are getting. If you read the Shanti Parva, for example, Bhishma is telling to Yudhishthira, he is telling how to recruit a leader. If any of you want to know, tomorrow you become an entrepreneur, for example. How do you recruit it? 5 things he says: ICHOD. You can remember. Huh? I means the leader should be intelligent in his field. That's the first thing. And C means he should be a person of character. Not only he is intelligent in his field, character. H means he should be honest in money transaction. And O means he is obedient to you because you are the one appointing him. If he is overthrowing you, there is no use. He should be obedient to you. And D means he is dutiful and responsible to the job given. He doesn't give some glib excuses and doesn't do the work. He is dutiful. So these 5 qualities anybody has, you can choose him as a leader of a department. Like that Bhishma is telling to Yudhishthira. So like this, there are a lot of sutras are available. What to do, what is aggressive dealing, what is passive, and what is assertive. Assertive is the midway. Like for example, a snake was telling Narada that, boys are pelting stones on me. So Narada told him, okay, don't bite them, but you can hiss at them, isn't it? So next time snake hissed, the boys ran away. So boys are allowed to be pelting the stones on the snake, that's called passive. And biting the boys is aggressive. But assertive means you give them their freedom and you take your freedom. That's assertive. So Vedas talk about dharma like that. Dharma means actually a living being should not abuse others. Don't cheat others, don't get cheated. Correct, no? Don't abuse others, don't get abused. And that is assertive behavior. So in this way, it's a very vast, your question is a very brilliant question. And according to the position of the audience, we explain it. Like we are talking to all of you students now. Similarly, I go to government officials, I speak. I speak to the corporate, the business people. According to their field, when they ask questions relevant to their field, we explain. And dharma is not very difficult to understand. Ultimately, the dharma explained in Shastra is love God, love all is the ultimate dharma. When you love God, you will love all. So imagine if you consider all of them to be like a brother and sister, how can you exploit them? All living beings, not only humans, even animals, birds, plants, everybody like that. So that kind of broad vision is required for us to be able to do some good. Correct, no?
Yes.
Thank you. Therefore, we can give mic to the behind also, some of them. They've been raising hand quite some time. Please give it to them. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sir, I want to know how to overcome dilemma and procrastination.
Correct. So you can put procrastination, Radheshyamdas in the YouTube channel you put, you'll get it. There are 3 lectures, 2-3 lectures are there. Postponing is a very serious thing. We have to, it becomes a habit over a period of time. Correct, no? Therefore, one of the things for procrastination is the first thing, your task may be very big and sometimes very formidable, difficult. So what do? You slice it into pieces and take only one piece at a time. Finish little by little. Then you will be a little more confident. Secondly, be accountable to somebody. Is there any one of your friend who is pakka in doing the work on time? So make friendship with him and tell him that, my dear friend, as soon as I finish, I will send SMS to you that I have done it. So be accountable to somebody who is really concerned about you. Being accountable to somebody, that also helps us like that. And also you can celebrate success after you finish 1/4 of the work or half the work. You can come together with your friends and you can, eat or have some party or something, so that you remember that, yes, I had a target and I achieved the target. Correct? Now you feel very happy about it. So in this way, the procrastination is something which if you don't work on now, it becomes like a second nature, very difficult to overcome later on. And also you have to find out how important is that work. If you understand the seriousness, if I am not going to do this now, I will have to lament later. Correct, no? Think about it in your mind. All my friends will be all placed in, they will all be chartered accountants, they will be everywhere, and what will be happening to me? I will be left alone. It's a very frightening scene, isn't it? So then you think, I should do something now. Thinking of the consequences of your actions. Correct, no? All these things become easy when you come to Sattva-guna. And Sattva-guna means you think and you contemplate. You will be able to do that. Okay? Thank you. Some other hand. Behind many hands. That there. Yeah. Please. Yeah, please. Yes. It's working? Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah?
Louder.
Hey, Mike, range is not coming. You will come a little closer?
Hello.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah. Only hello is coming. Go ahead. Yeah. Yes, yeah, go ahead.
I wanted.
I can speak loudly. I can hear you.
I ask you that by leaving your highly paid job and go for spirituality, instead of that, you could have good for spirituality.
He's saying that instead of giving up all my education and everything, my degree and everything, and going for becoming a monk, I could have lived in the society as a mechanical engineer or a machine design engineer. Correct, no? And then along with that, I would have inspired the people. Actually, I joined this mission almost 30 years ago. And there are thousands and thousands of people. We have no other business other than this. Morning to night, 24/7. I get up at 3 a.m. in the morning. I sleep at 9 p.m. in the night. So 9 to 3, leaving the 6 hours, 18 hours, our business is writing books, speaking lectures, going to colleges, schools, homes. This type of freedom I won't have if I am working in a company. Imagine if I am working in a company, I am married, I have 2 children, I have a job, then at least 10-12 hours goes in that. And then we also have many other responsibility. And it's not wrong to do that. If somebody wants to marry, Lord Krishna doesn't prohibit marriage. In Bhagavad Gita, marriage is allowed. But those who want to remain monks, they have that nature, they can remain. And that is going to be a very small percentage of society. Even in ISKCON, it's not even 1% ISKCON. ISKCON has 3 million followers, out of which the number of brahmacharis, there will be few thousands, that's all. It's just 1% or so. Majority of them will be family people, 99%. When you come to our community, NVCC, Katraj Kundwa, you will see that. Okay? Yeah, thank you. Behind? Now behind that, yeah, loudly. Correct. He's saying our karma gives happiness or our karma gives sorrow. It looks like the fate is fixed, you know, for everybody. Is everything destined? People ask the question. See, how all of you think for a moment, your face cut. Did you design it? Was it given to you? It was given to you. And the family in which you are born, was it decided by you or decided by God? Correct, no? Yeah. The skin color you have, fair or black, is it given to you or you chose it? Given to us. So these are called destiny, you know, or you are born in a wealthy family or a poor family, correct, no? But after getting these things, how you will use them, that is not destined. You know, that's like, for example, July month you work, August 1st you get salary. But how you will use the salary is not decided. So according to your Purva Janma Karma, you get the body right now. So you are not a puppet of destiny, you are a maker of destiny. Like Krishna spoke the whole Gita. At the end he told Arjuna, now you can do whatever you want. Choice is yours, he said. So you have the choice. But your freedom will be increased provided you align with God. And you disobey God's laws, then freedom is reduced. Just like, for example, your father is sending you money every month. That money, if you spend properly, he will send you more and more. Tomorrow he may even write off a bank account in your name also. But in case you misuse the money, then the father will not send that much money. He will think that my son is getting into smoking, drinking, and also he will not send money. So by bad behavior, we restrict freedom. By good behavior, we increase freedom. Is that clear? Thank you. Thank you. Here also, yeah, okay. You can loudly speak? Yeah. How to forgive? Yeah. See, why you have to forgive in the first place? Because if you want the relationship, say for example, one of your friends, you become very angry with the friend. You can do two things, either put a wall around yourself or build a bridge. If you build a bridge, the relationship remains. But if you put a wall around yourself, then it's finished. Then they are in their world and you are in your world. Correct, no? Our Dr. Kalam, in one quote, he says, best friends are those who say that I am very angry with you and I am not going to talk to you. And they go away and they come back and say, I am still angry with you. You know, that means, you know, they basically want you to take their anger seriously. Not that they have closed the relationship. Correct, no? So similarly, many times you will see people whom you are most fond of, they are the people who are very angry with also. Because our expectations from them becomes more and more. It increased more and more. Like, you know, mother, father, brother, sister, in the family also we have a lot of expectations. But if you don't forgive, the sweetness and the joy of our exchanges with them will be finished. And we will feel very dry in life. So we have to decide the consequence of not forgiving. At the same time, I wouldn't say that you can allow someone to exploit you either. You know, if you find out that somebody is not fair in dealing, somebody is unreasonable, somebody is exploitative, then you will have to keep a distance. You may forgive them, but you don't entertain them anymore. Correct, no? But so you have to decide, I am not aware of your particular specific situation, what it is, but I am telling you general principles. Is that clear? Yeah, thank you. Yes, yeah. Yes, loudly. Mind keeps worrying about it. Yeah. She is asking, although we know that some happening of the past was unpleasant occurrence, our mind again and again goes back to that and worries about it. And although you know it is not a fruitful effort in thinking about the past, mind goes back again and again. What do we do? What should we do? See, therefore, there is a saying in English, an idle man's mind is a devil's workshop. Kali man, shaitan ka ghar, we say, no? So, we don't allow free time for our mind. No? Keep your morning to night schedule tightly packed with activities. No? You know, morning I will do this, and afternoon I will do this, and evening I will do this, night I will do this. Keep it very packed. And don't give free time for the mind. Keep yourself busy. That's one thing. Second thing, those negativities which have happened in the past, don't reinforce them by again revisiting them. Either in your mind, or sometimes I'll tell you an example. Some X person caused me some negativity. I am upset, but I want to go and tell X that I am upset with you. But by going and interacting with them, our negativity gets multiplied. So better that we don't tell them. You let them think whatever they want to think about you, keep away from them. That's the second thing. Don't reinforce your negativity. Number one, I told you, keep yourself busy all day and don't reinforce negativity. Third thing, you know, the negativities have to be, driven out by highly positive activities. Like that which are energy producing activities. For example, I was singing, kirtans, bhajans. Like in a temple, we have dance also. We have singing, dancing, taking darshan of the deities, reading Gita, chanting. You can go close to nature. For example, walk with barefoot on the grass, and also to open sky. You get energy from the sun, you get energy on the grass, you get energy by breathing exercises. Actually, there is something called diaphragmatic breathing we do, pranayam kind of thing. So these things will completely calm the mind also. And the chanting, already told you, chanting not only will calm the mind, impurities will be removed from the mind. So you have multiple activities you can do to drive out the negativity. And you try some of them. All right? Thank you. Yeah. Good. He's saying he tries to go for perfection and often lot of work remains pending undone. Correct? No? See, recently I wanted to bring out a book and I was fine-tuning the book that years passed away. Book is not coming out. You know? So at one point of time I decided whatever perfection is there right now, go ahead with it now. We will make it better in future. So you have to strike a balance between perfection versus timeline which you have planned. So you have somebody to whom are you accountable? You know, you keep somebody, that person should chase after you. That you have to finish this on time. Correct, no? So between time versus quality. Correct, no? Otherwise, perfection is sometimes something that keeps matters underdeveloped. It doesn't allow it to come out. Some people have not completed the work at all because of wanting high level perfection. Yeah. Is it in your study or is it in some project or something? Oh, he is saying he bought a guitar, he has not yet learned. Okay. That's a hobby, additional hobby you wanted to learn. Actually, we all have a lot of things to do, but you have to make a time plan. Like we say, no, chant while you chant, play while you play, study while you study. There's time for everything. You all have the same time. Is there anybody here who has more than 24 hours in a day? You got 28 hours? None of us have. So we all have to know how to utilize the time best. All right? Yeah. One last question. Yeah, yes. Okay. Correct. Yeah, she's saying some of her students have a habit of working better only when there is pressure. When there is no pressure, we take, like exams are coming, then we take it seriously. Correct, no? See, there is something called as eustress. We call it EUSTRESS. Eustress. Eustress means healthy pressure. Healthy pressure is good. Like if you take a rubber band, for example, you know, if you stretch rubber band and say if I put a rubber band in a box, if I stretch it and put it, it fits very well. If rubber band is too big, if I put it around, it will fall off. Or if a rubber band is too small, I too much stretch it, what will happen? It will break. So there are three platforms: comfort zone, stretch zone, panic zone. So which zone is not good for us? Comfort is not good, panic is not good. So stretch is good. There is some amount of stretch, not overstretch. So you have to only assess yourself. Is the pressure, because when pressure goes beyond a certain limit, it gets panicky. When the pressure is not at all there, comfort zone is boring, it's boredom. But the stretch zone gives you a flow, it gives a thrill. Like we also take, like I was in Hyderabad yesterday, so now this program was there. So I had to go for a very vital event yesterday. So I yesterday flew back in the afternoon. Today afternoon I flew back to Pune. So then I could do this. Then tomorrow I have another. So when you have one after another activity, it's very thrilling to finish one, then the next one. As you accomplish, you feel sense of thrill. Imagine 1 week I keep myself free thinking that I am overworked. It will be boring. So we all swing between comfort zone and panic zone. So we have to arrive at a balance. When you arrive at a balance, then you can continuously feel a sense of flow. So what I do, I can just show you. Just 1 minute. See, this is my calendar. This I prepared this type of calendar even before the beginning of the year. Like for example, 2025 calendar was ready by December 2024. I publish it and it is available online in my website. You go to the website and see the last part is calendar. If you click calendar, you'll get this there. So this is planned for the whole year. If you see here like this. September I'm going to USA. This October, it's all planned like this. So the larger scale plan, I put it in advance. And as the dates draw closer, I'll be marking, details of the event like this. So for the whole year, I make it even before the beginning of the year. So I will not allow any comfort zone. If there is any comfort zone, then I will immediately make sure that I fill it up. So we all have to decide. We don't go to the extremes of the comfort zone or the panic zone. We keep in a very good balance. And I was very amazed last time when I met Abhishek sir. The kind of classes he takes practically all day is very extending. I was thinking it's like panic zone. It's beyond the limit. But he does it very enthusiastically. He has that passion, isn't it? See, all are agreeing with me. Give him an applause. Thank you for the opportunity. Many of you asked very meaningful questions and you also sat through for a pretty long time. We'll give an applause for all of you also. Okay. So you can write questions to me also, but you will get reply generally in about 2 weeks. You will get 1 or 2 weeks. I have on an average I reply about 70-80 mails a day. I reply, and I have 500 mails always pending in my box. So, but there is also Sarvesh. Google Forms circulated in there. Already circulated. If you click it, and there will also be further programs. Correct? No? Opportunities are there for you. Thank you all very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you.